We will talk about four-star defensive lineman Josiah Sharma flips to Texas. A month ago, he chose the Oregon Ducks over the Texas Longhorns. When his head hit that pillow, according to everyone in the know, he was a Texas Longhorn. When the sun rose, maybe before that, he got up. He decided, no, I'm going to Oregon, and flipped, and everyone was surprised. He had already given quotes saying, I want to go to Texas and why I chose Texas. And he went to Oregon. And then all of a sudden at the pool party last Thursday, he decides, I made a mistake. I'm going back. I think his mom played a big role in that. Apparently, he's obviously super close with his mom, and his mom wanted him to go to the University of Texas. He was probably going to go there anyways. Then something changed. Now he's committed to the University of Texas. Helps us out a lot. We did not have a defensive tackle in the class, a true defensive tackle, and we get one now. This guy is versatile. He's athletic. He's got long, lengthy limbs. He's basically like everyone so far that Sark has recruited on the defensive line, a big frame who's athletic, who can put on more weight, and he's done a fantastic job in getting these guys in the class. And it's funny how the mood changes. I put out a video, I think, a couple days after Decorian Moore and Josiah Sharma decided not to come to Texas and said, guess what, guys? Calm down. Hold up. Pump your brakes. There are multiple guys in this class that won't be in this class, and there are multiple guys that weren't in the class that are going to be in the class. So Josiah Sharma was one of those guys that I could talk that was possibly a flipping. He has flipped for now. This is another reason why I said I don't really like recruiting, because guess what, guys? In a month later, he could go back to Oregon. I have no idea, but for now, he is a Texas Longhorn, and we welcome him. We hope he stays because we definitely need the help on the defensive line. Myron Charles also was thought to come to Texas for that pool party. Florida State commit, one time. Texas lean, also kind of not the same as Josiah Sharma. I think that was a true 50-50 situation between Florida State and Texas. Whereas Josiah Sharma's always seen Texas and then flipped to Oregon at the last second. He decided not to go to the pool party. So Texas will continue to work with that relationship, as Sark says. We'll see what happens. They're not going to give up on it. It's going to be very interesting what happens there. But I think there's a good chance that they do flip him. We'll have to see. But overall, it's funny the way this changes, guys. You know, Sonny put out a video on this channel saying, should Texas panic? Texas should put all their might. And Sonny and I see things a little bit differently. I think Texas is doing fine right now. Could they be doing better? Absolutely, they could. And I said they're going to flip some guys. Here's one. And I really do believe he'll stay in the class. I don't think he'll flip back. And I think there's a good possibility that we get some more flips into this class. So overall, really good, positive weekend for Texas and last week for Texas. You have a great defensive line class right now. You have Smith Orogbo, who committed. You have Lance Jackson in the fold. You have Josiah Sharma and possibility of flipping Myron Charles. And here's some other guys. We're going to give you a recruiting update really quick. Defensive lineman DJ Sanders from Belleville, Texas, is down to Texas and Michigan, it seems like. I think Texas A&M has kind of fallen out of favor with him. I think it's going to be Texas or Michigan. Obviously, he's from Texas, but he does have family in Michigan. I think there's a chance he goes and visits, according to TJ as well, that he goes and visits Texas versus Michigan at the Big House. Hopefully, Texas can get that win. And hopefully he doesn't have a great time at Michigan. Obviously, I don't hate Michigan, but this is a good player. We definitely would love to have him, and we need him in the class. DJ Sanders and Josiah Sharma would be a nice 1-2 combination at the defensive tackle position, and then Lance Jackson, Smith Orogbo on the outside would be very nice. 5-star Michael Terry was also at the barbecue, and he seems to be a Texas lean at this point. But again, guys, we have those mangy little ducks out there on the West Coast who are also in this recruitment, and not a fan of them because they have stolen multiple guys. Luckily, we were able to get Josiah Sharma back in the fold, but he seems to be down to Texas or Oregon. Oregon wants him at running back. They already have Jordan Davis in the fold. Jordan Davis. I forget the last name there. I think Jordan Davidson. And Texas wants him at tight end, but we also have Nick Townsend in the fold there and Emery Winston. I have a feeling if Michael Terry does commit and Emery Winston think he's playing tight end, Emery Winston will drop out of this class. No offense to Emery Winston. I will take Michael Terry. Michael Terry's 5-star. He's a high 3-star. I will take the longer, more athletic version at the tight end position in Michael Terry. I think it's 50-50 between Texas and Oregon. We'll see. Whatever position he decides he wants to play is where he'll end up. Next up, a guy that I didn't think we could possibly get in a month and a half ago, Jonah Williams. Safety. I thought he was going to go to Oklahoma at one point. I thought he was going to go to Texas A&M at one point. Oregon was in the mix. I think it's going to be Texas, Oregon, or Texas A&M. I think Texas is in a really good spot. I think they're in a really good spot. A couple reasons why. His family are highly recruited athletes. None of them have left the state of Texas to go play any sport. They haven't. So I think that bodes well for Texas. Oregon is hard to get to if you're a recruit. A&M, we hold the edge there because this guy's a hell of a baseball player. He may never even play college football. He may just play baseball. He may get drafted and decide, I'm not playing college football. I'm going to go play baseball, pursue that. And next year's MLB draft. And we took Texas A&M's baseball coach, Jim Schlossnagle, at Texas. He is there now. He had a really good relationship with him at A&M. That translates to Texas. Listen, this guy's going to boost your recruiting rankings, and it's cool and all. I just want to know if he's going to play college football. If he's not going to play college football, I honestly don't care. Like, he'll look good in the baseball uniform. He'll play for Texas baseball, and he'll look good, and he'll have help, and he'll help us out there. But football-wise, unless he truly loves football, I think he's the guy that's going to play baseball. The guy's throwing 95 already off the mound. He's probably going to end up playing baseball. You make more money being an average baseball player than you do an average football player. So, and you don't have to worry about CTE or anything like that. Kid, go play baseball if your heart desires. Next up, 5-star wide receiver Khalil Lockett. August 7th. So we're talking about, 9 days from now, 10 days from now, whatever that is. Quick math off the top of my head. He will be committing, and it will be to Bama, A&M, Florida State, Texas, and LSU. LSU is starting to throw their hat in the ring. They lost to Corian Moore, and I think they said, we got to go get a big wide receiver, big-time wide receiver. And they're starting to make moves here with Khalil Lockett. They're also going to try to go and throw some change at Jamie French as well. Speaking of Jamie French, his date is August 30th, and Texas seems to be the leader there amongst Texas, Tennessee, and Miami. But Miami is starting to throw the kitchen sink at this kid, so we'll see what happens there. You knew they would do that. Miami's got a lot of money. They're willing to spend it, willing to spend crazy amount of money. Can they finally win with it? We'll see. I think that will influence his decision too. Like, let's say he does commit to Miami. If they lose, he'll be out of there quicker than you can snap your fingers, guys. I really don't think he'll be there that long if Miami starts to lose. But, man, if Miami's just going to outspend Texas, they could land this one. They really could. But there seems to be a whisper around his recruitment that he doesn't want to stay in the state of Florida, so he may not end up there no matter what. We'll have to see. I think Texas is comfortable there. If I had to get, my barometer on this is around 70%. I think he's a 70% Texas lean, and then Miami and Tennessee are second place there. We'll see what happens, though. Never know. And then, to me, the number one guy on the board here, and it's not looking great for Texas right now, is Michael Fasusi, the 5-star offensive tackle. He took a visit to Florida because the recruiting director at A&M left for Florida, I guess. So he was really good friends with him, went to Florida. We'll see if that has any impact. I don't think it does at the end of the day. I think Florida's going to be a 6-6 team this year at best. And I don't see him going there. I think it's down to Texas, Oklahoma. His commitment date is the 22nd. And sadly, I think he's going to Oklahoma. And this hurts, man, because in my opinion, if I had you could ask me this 3 months ago, and I said the same thing. I think the three guys for me in this class that I really wanted were Corian Moore, Michael Fasusi, and Josiah Sharma. That were kind of on the fence. The ones I knew we were getting, I don't have them in that list. And to land only one of those guys at this point is a disappointment. That is disappointing. I will say that. But overall, I think Texas is doing a good job recruiting. We will get some more flips, guys. I'm very positive of that. There will be guys in this class that we haven't even looked at, too. I think there's guys we have not offered that will be in this class. That happens every year. Jelani McDonald is the case of that, a guy on the roster right now. So we'll have to see what happens, but that is your recruiting update. These will get slimmer and slimmer. Thank God, because football, real football, is back.